last time on Curse of Strahd, all
the
the
graveyard.
things happened.
Graveyard.
So if you guys recall, firstly, I'm gonna have to move this a little bit so that Ramis cannot see all of the things. Can you see this well?
It's gonna be hard for me not to.
I feel like
Just
we need to
flip there.
record Danny and then play Danny back to her compared to what we sound like to really drive home what she's doing to our ears.
Am I loud?
No, just
I don't think
sound
there's
like
anything wrong with what she's doing to our ears.
yeah. Okay, you say that.
I will say that. I'll say it again. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with it.
What you drinking, McKenna? What's that?
Dragon's milk.
Ooh, appropriate.
Yep,
Or is it?
it is.
Or
It
is it?
Oh, DM's giving away shit again.
No, the game is called Dungeons and Dragons. It's appropriate.
Nope, there's gonna be a dragon.
Thank you.
Anyways, last time on Curse of Strahd, still need to name our campaign. We should do that today.
You should do it, DM,
I should do it.
hmm
Why is it my decision?
because it's your campaign.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just gonna call it Dungeons and Danny.
Okay.
I love that.
Anyways, also make sure to change your name to be what you are, which I will do now. God and Rami. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Basically, you guys found a man in a tavern named Ismark, and he told you that Strahd has been visiting his sister Irina. And you agreed to go meet with Irina and try to take her somewhere safer. Ismark mentioned a city called Valaki. And when you went to see Irina, she had been bitten and you'd seen that, which is a little bit concerning, but her dad was dead. The burgomaster of Barovia had passed. And she refused to leave unless you guys actually would help bury him, because no one would help Ismark since everyone was basically shunning them in the town. So you agreed to help Ismark bury their dad. You took Kolyan to the cemetery. You met Donovich over at the cemetery, and Donovich was a little weird, and also had his like son/vampire kind of hanging out under the church. That's kind of weird. And you guys did bury Kolyan successfully. And Donovich mentioned to you all, he said something about, he said she'd probably be safe in Valaki. He also said that Irina might be safe in somewhere called the Abbey in Kresk, which you guys haven't heard about prior. But he did mention it, he said it. And you guys went to Irina and Ismark's house and boarded up for the night and went to sleep there because it's a little unsafe to travel at night, as it turns out in this land. So you guys just boarded up. I'm assuming y'all just went to sleep and waking up next morning, crack of dawn, and getting out of there, or does anyone want to do anything during the night?
I was gonna try to take my next opportunity to put some of those spells into my spell book if possible.
Sure, yeah. You've got time.
All right, cool.
Anyone else want to take care of anything during the night before you get up and go in the morning?
I don't think so.
Okay, sleepy sleepies. Alrighty. So as you guys continue out of the house, you guys load up. Ismark brings a few various types of weapons, but nothing that you guys don't already have in terms of, you guys have better weapons than what Ismark's bringing. He's bringing a couple shovels. And Irina has a sword, she's a long sword. And you guys are boarding up and heading out of their mansion. So as you guys head out of the mansion, remember you guys do have a map of what Barovia looks like that you took from Periwinkle for one gold. His name is Periwinkle. Poor Periwinkle. You guys were kind of mean to him. And you have a map of what the village looks like, so you know that where you guys are is at the very southern side of the village. And you guys are going to be leaving and going back to where you left the caravan. If you want to go back and meet up with the Vistani again, or you guys can head out on your own on foot. It's up to you guys. What do you guys want to do? So the Vistani, if you look at that map in Discord that you guys have, the Vistani are near the entrance of the city in the northeast, which is where you guys came in. You guys came in the northeast. And where you are headed is west. And you guys are at that house that's all the way at the bottom, that big old mansion. So where do we want to go? Do we want to tell Ismark and Irina about the Vistani? Do we want to go hang out with them again? Do we want to potentially just venture out on our own?
I don't see why we shouldn't meet up with the caravan.
Yeah, we're supposed to still talk to their leader. Is she? I don't remember what her name was.
Yeah, the fortune people.
Yes.
Madam Ava.
Madam
Yeah.
Ava, that's right.
Madam Ava. I think we should chat with her.
Just want to go chat with Madam Ava. All right.
Well, she's on the way, isn't she?
Is she on the way? I wasn't clear on where these things
Or I'm
were.
sorry, the town that we're supposed to escort the
Arena?
lady Arena to is on the way to Madam Ava.
They are both west of here.
Yeah.
Which one's closer? Do we know?
You don't know anything about anything. You just know west is where things are.
Let's go talk to the caravan people and ask them where these things are in relation to each other.
Sure, yeah. You can ask the Vistani about it. Maybe they have some information. All right, so you guys are gonna pack up and head out, and as you travel north through Barovia, everything seems normal. It is another gray day. It's overcast, as you can imagine. And as you make your way through the village towards the caravan, you hear the sound of small wooden wheels that are rolling on the damp cobbles, damp from the morning dew. And you trace the lonely sound to a figure who is hunched and bundled in rags, pushing a rickety wooden cart through the mist. As you hear the sound, if any of you are paying attention to the old figure, you see the figure walk up to a house, and you see her knock on the door. The door opens, and two Barovian adults, male and female, answer the door. And you see a young child. He looks maybe 6, 7 years old. And as the presumably parents are standing at the door, you see behind them a young child basically shuddering behind them. And the old figure reaches into its cart. I say it because you have not discerned whether or not this is a man or a woman or what it is, and picks up what looks like a delicious baked pie and hands it to the adults. And it then reaches out and grabs the child and pulls the child away. And the child's parents plead with the figure not to take their boy, but she snatches the poor, sniffling, crying child from their grasp and stuffs him into a sack.
What?
Okay, Ramis is gonna turn to. Is his name Ismark?
Who sees this? Which one of us sees this?
Yeah.
At this point, if any of you were paying any attention, you all do, because the boy is crying now.
Ramis
Yeah, fuck
says
that.
Ismark.
Damn. Okay.
What is happening over there? Like, what are Ismark and Irina doing about this?
Ismark and Irina notice what is happening, and they look as confused as you do.
Okay. Ramis will kind of start walking towards the commotion, the scene.
Zug is gonna run over.
Um,
Get him,
okay.
Zug.
And as Zug is running over, the figure is strapping down the sack to the peddler's cart and making its way west. And if you are running, you will definitely catch up because this is a very slow-moving figure. Yeah.
Is this something we'd be able to do like a perception check on? Like, does the lady radiate evil? Does the kid? Is she stealing him for a reason? Can I glean any of that?
You can roll a perception check to see what else you notice about the situation.
Okay. Grab my dice.
Ugh, I rolled 9.
Hold on. Percent. Character sheet froze. Hold on.
15 for Zug.
Oh, Zug.
Yeah.
Zug was hustling and looking.
Oh, I only got a 10. It's a bad roll.
15.
Okay, so the characters with a 15 perception realize that as soon as the figure noticed it was being watched by you, it started to move faster.
When you say the creature,
Whatever it is, it's in like a
child?
hooded, the figure. When I say creature, what I mean to say is figure.
All right.
Yeah. I
We
meant
just can't
to say.
tell what it is.
Wait, has Zug caught up with it yet?
So Zug is just running straight at the cart, and Zug catches up. What do you do, Zug?
Is the creature pushing the cart?
The figure is pushing the cart.
Okay. I want to run in front of the cart and stop it.
Okay. All right. You run in front of the cart. You put your hands on the cart to sort of push back. And do you say anything, or do you just feel like, eh?
Yeah, I want to yell, "What doing?"
What doing? And the figure replies to you, collecting payment.
Have these guys caught up with me, or Ramis, are you still walking?
As soon as I saw you probably yell in the thing's face, I'm picking up my pace and I'm catching up. Payment for what? Who takes payment in children?
She uncovers the top of her cart to sort of show that there are pies or some sort of baked good that she's peddling, that she's selling.
Wait, where the child once was?
The child is strapped to the cart, and she shows you that also on the cart there are pastries / pies.
This had better be some amazing pie.
Are the pies filled with children?
Oh no, please,
Some
no.
swingy Todd shit.
Do you ask her that?
No, I mean, so I guess Ramis is asking for clarification. So you just exchanged a pie for a child.
She says, that is all that they have to offer, and this child can be of great use to me.
What kind of person would accept a child for a pie? Why not just give them one?
Just these pies, I have to make them. They don't make themselves.
So you would take a child slave?
Says, well, the child will help me make the pies.
You reek of a horrible person.
In what capacity will the child aid you in making pies? How old did it look like this kid was?
Like 6 or 7.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I interrupt Kane, in no capacity.
She says, children are very good at rolling.
Can I attempt to flip the cart over?
You can, but the kid is still on it.
That's fine.
Ramis will try to treat with this person and say, surely there is another way. I think you should return this child to their home. Perhaps we can help you collect some sort of payment.
How far away from the parents' house are they? Could
Yeah,
I
they're
hang
just
back
standing
and
there
like talk to
bawling.
the parents?
They're pretty close. You're not that far from the house, probably like 30, 40 feet. You haven't made it that far.
Okay.
The parents have already closed the door.
Well, they don't give a shit about the kid. Let's take the
I
kid.
guess not. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna just take the kid with us. He can be
Yeah,
our kid now.
He can be our assistant pie maker.
Goddamn right.
We'll make some pies of our own.
Sounded so bad.
Wait, so did she react to me trying to convince her there's another way to make her whole?
She grudgingly agrees that she will return the child in exchange for a different form of payment,
What payment is
Wait
she?
a second. Yeah.
like money.
No. These pies are not worth a child.
She says there was something.
Yes.
Clearly, those parents were willing to part.
How about
I'm concerned if we pay for your pie, what is to stop you from coming back and taking more children after we leave?
Roll perception.
Ooh.
Perception?
just
Just
kidding?
him.
The person who's speaking with her. Actually, if any of you are like just looking
22.
at her actively, you can roll perception.
22. Wow.
Ooh.
7.
I'd be around.
So when Cade asks, what's to stop her from just coming back and taking and doing this again as soon as you're gone, you notice the tiniest smirk creep across her face.
Can I roll insight to catch her lying? Like detect that she's lying, or is that the equivalent?
That's as much as you know. There is no sense motive here. The perception check is that you see her slightly, ever so slightly, smirk at that statement.
What is this smirk you're giving me?
She immediately composes herself. She says, "Oh no, I just want to sell my pastries in peace."
Okay. Ramis takes a hint from Kane's change of direction in the conversation, and I think Ramis would like to intimidate her, actually.
Do it.
Okay.
Madame, as you can see, there are many of us and there is only one of you. You will give us this child and you will never return. Or maybe we might have more problems than just your payment.
She winces and roll intimidation.
Okay, here we go, guys. 22.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, she is super freaked out and she says, I will not come back and I'll tell you whatever you want.
Sweet.
Wow, whatever we want.
Mm.
Ramis looks at Kane with a cocked eyebrow.
I do have some questions. How long have you lived here? She appears to be super old, right?
She looks like an old lady, yeah.
Mhm.
She says, my whole life.
And you know a few things about this land, I suppose.
She nods and says, I know many things about this land.
Do you by chance know very much about either these Vistani or perhaps this Strahd fellow we keep hearing about?
She nods and she says, yes, Strahd has mastery over the land and the weather, and his spies include the Vistani.
I
She
couldn't
says,
hear the end of what you just said.
His
His
spies
spies
include the Vistani.
Spies include the Vistani.
Oh no.
What?
Okay.
And she says, Strahd has many undead enemies in Barovia. There are fallen knights of the Order of the Silver Dragon, revenants that are in a mansion west of Vallaki.
Oh God, I gotta type some shit. Are you taking notes? I need notes on this.
Yeah, wait, say the
I'm
second
taking some
part
side
again.
notes.
She
About
says,
Fallen Knights of Order of Vistani.
she says, Strahd has undead enemies in Barovia. There are fallen knights of the Order of the Silver Dragon. These revenants are west of Vallaki in a ruined mansion. You may find some information there. She also says, there is a Vistani camp to the west on the shores of Tesserpool, and there is another on the outskirts of Vallaki.
Oh, what's what did you call it? A Tessur?
It's called, she says, there is a Vistani camp to the west on the shores of Tesserpool.
Oh. Okay. So
Can you spell
there's
that?
some silver dragon dudes.
Tesser.
Why do you bring up that the Vistani are spies? Are you saying they're all spies?
No, they are not all spies, but some of his spies do include the Vistani.
Ramis, this would make sense. That would explain why the Vistani can pass in and out of Barovia while no one else can.
You mean only the spies then?
She says,
Spies.
all Vistani can pass freely through Strahd's domain, spies or not, but many of his spies are Vistani.
Why should we
You know any of the names of his spies?
She says, I do not.
Why should we believe this woman?
Mm,
She's stealing children for pies.
Can I roll insight to see if she's telling the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Does a 17 get me the answer?
She is very frightened, and you don't see like deception in her eyes, just frightenedness.
mm.
I believe this woman, Ramis.
And she leans in closer to you all, and you can start to see her grayish colored skin and the warts and misformed like folds on her face as she leans in closer.
I don't like
Ramis
it.
kind of moves his head away from her.
And she says, close enough that you can smell her wretched breath,
Oh God.
Strahd's most carefully guarded secret is a temple of forbidden lore hidden in the mountains. The temple can be reached by following the long and winding Solenka Path.
Slinky pass.
And with that last, you all get a big whiff of her gnarly breath.
Ugh.
Are we poisoned now?
No, just grossed out.
What, why are times so desperate that you need to accept payment in the form of children and that parents would part with their child?
She says, many of the Barovian parents do not even have souls. They don't even care. At least I can make use of this child.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself. They seemed to care.
She
What
shrugs.
fate awaits this child if you were to take him from here?
She says, he would be put to work in the kitchen, helping me make my dream pastries.
What's so special about your pastries?
She says, oh, my pastries have the wondrous property of taking people away from their worries to enjoy a delicious treat, a utopia.
Like
Sounds
heroin?
as. Sorry, go ahead.
I just said, so like heroin?
Yeah.
I don't think she knows what that is.
Okay.
She reaches down into her cart and she pulls out a delicious, perfectly brown looking pie and she offers it to you. She says,
I step in front of Zug just in case.
Ramesh turns to the party and says, my friends, I have experimented with some substances in my time, and so they are illuminating if enjoyed properly.
Ramesh wants y'all to do acid.
I steady my footing in front of Zug.
Ramis, I believe my days of interesting, adventurous substances are behind me now.
Old man. Fine. Zug, what say you?
No, don't bring him into that.
Zug pivots around Sindra, grabs a fistful of the pie and eats it.
No, Zug in
Fistful of pie?
amounts.
Can I do
A giant
Sindra is
handful.
definitely like paying attention to this pie and really fucking worried about what's going on here.
Let's have a roll off.
Yes.
So,
Roll
Can I
off.
do-
Roll
Can I
off.
do acrobatics to snag it out of his hand and like tumble away and chuck it up into the abyss?
so let's have Sindra roll an acrobatics check against Zug's dexterity. What would this be? To like grab
Athletics.
it?
It will
He's gonna
also-
force his way through.
It needs to be on the same. If she's doing acrobatics, it would need to be like a
Athletic.
check against something. Yeah, something on the same tier.
Okay, acrobatics.
It would be a skill check to a skill check.
We'll
So-
see who's faster or who's more.
So acrobatics.
Yeah. Do a athletics check.
We're assuming athletics is higher than your acrobatics. So
Just by
oh.
one.
She's going
Mine
for.
is
Isn't she
not.
going for acrobatics versus his athletics? Is that what you're asking for?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes,
There
okay.
you go.
15.
I'm gonna
So-
send a screenshot. Hurry!
Just say it.
I gotta post it.
No.
that means it was either super, super high or super, super low.
Yeah.
Oh!
Is that
20.
a 20?
That's a
That's
20.
a 20, 23.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
I
God
didn't
damn
mean to
you
convince
guys.
I
Buggy
used
now, guys.
Sindra
Sorry.
as a spoon to shovel the pie into my mouth.
That's fine. He takes my hand and
Ooh, okay, so Zug grabs a big old fistful of dream pastry
Damn
and
it,
shoves
Zug.
it into his mouth. And as Zug does this, you see as he grabs a piece of the pie and shoves it into his mouth, you see a small like piece of like it's probably about an inch and a half long.
It's a
Um,
finger.
No, it's not a finger, but it's like a little shard that definitely shouldn't be in a pie, and it sort of drops out onto the ground.
Shard.
a shard of what?
Yeah, it dropped on the
Wow.
ground.
Ramis
Glass?
immediately
Yeah.
just, like drops like down to pick it up.
All right, you pick it up and roll a medicine check.
Uh-oh. Sorry, guys.
Uh-oh. Could I do an investigation check on
13.
This looks like bone.
Zug.
Want to get a second opinion on that real quick, Ramis?
And
Miss
Sindra
Travers?
also looking at it, investigating it.
I hold it out to the group. Ramis is kind of like,
Oh,
That was in the
God.
"Use the
pie.
bone."
Oh fuck this!
I
man.
hope this was a chicken pot pie and not a children pot pie.
Children Popeye.
Zug, what does this food taste like? familiar or foreign?
It's delicious.
Oh no. Um, they look. It looks and tastes like a small mincemeat pie.
Oh, delicious.
A la Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd.
All right. Zug, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Don't worry.
I'm already worried, Zug.
that was not a nat 20.
No, it wasn't. It was a 5 plus 6, 11. Does my cloak do anything?
Nope. Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
11.
She's getting out her dice.
Okay. Zug, almost immediately, but not completely immediately, maybe after like 3 minutes, falls into a trance and is incapacitated and falls on the ground.
Okay.
All been here before.
I grab the woman and I say, "What has happened to our friend?"
She just looks back at you and cackles.
All right, I pull out my blade and I put it to her throat.
She says, my dream pastries have the ability to put one into a trance of utopia. He will be in some joyous place, far removed from the evils of the world.
I shake her. For how long? I shake her more. How long?
She says, maybe 5, maybe 10 hours.
Okay.
Fuck! I put the blade away and I turn to Kane and Sintra and say, well, and I guess the rest of our friends say, we might be waylaid for a bit longer.
It's probably best he burns it out.
Did we figure out if that bone was a children's bone?
No.
Mm-mm.
Is
Nope.
there any way I could deduce like a medicine check or something to try to see if I could tell what kind of bone that was?
You can roll a medicine check and you can feel the bone. What looks like bone, unconfirmed.
Okay. I rolled a 19. 22.
The bone has no properties that would discern it from an animal or a human.
Okay, so even with the 22, there's no way I could tell. Okay.
It's a very small shard.
I don't like it anyway.
And when I asked her about the hard times, what did she say? She just said, did she say anything or did we just start eating pie?
What did you ask her?
I asked her like why people were in a position to give away their children. You said they're soulless?
She said many of the Barovians are soulless and don't really care.
That child payment was passed due.
She says those parents will be in a much better state of mind with my dream pastries.
Why don't you just kill her?
Okay, yeah, I don't like this bitch.
Yeah, I don't really like her either.
I don't like her. We gotta get rid of her. This isn't good.
Ryan, if you had failed that intimidation roll, I was gonna cleave her in two.
Okay.
I think you still should.
We'll
I
just
can't
keep her
for the
here
next
long
10
enough
hours.
for you to do it.
Can we tie her up and bring her with us? And when I wake up, I'll do the deed. I'll eat her.
I say we toss her to the vampire.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, hey!
Yeah.
He'd also have to open his trapdoor though.
Oh, you're right. I don't know if that's safe.
No, we just cut like a limb off and then feed it through the bars.
It's a trapdoor that we can't sneak open though.
I don't care how, but we need to deal with this woman. We gotta kill her.
I feel like there's more
should
information
probably
we
kill
could
her.
extract from her, like maybe a world map. Like
Maybe
a rough
we
one.
could loot her body after we kill her. This bitch is clearly some kind of witch.
Okay, so after handing the bone to Kane and watching him inspect it, I think Ramis is just curious, like, what is the bone?
I can't quite discern whether this is human or animal.
What do we do with this woman? She
She-
reeks of evil intent.
She hands you the child and she says, I will be on my way.
No, you will not.
No, no. Mm,
I don't believe you'll be going anywhere.
Raises an eyebrow at you.
Where is it you were headed?
She says, I must continue to sell my pastries.
must you?
I think I look to Ismark and say, do you know this woman?
Ismark says, I do not know who she is, but I have seen the likes of this kind before, and I believe that she may be in guise.
Where's Irina right now?
She's dabbling about.
She's
Guys,
with us, quote unquote.
She's with you.
All right, we have as many people, bar Zug being on the ground, I guess, as we're gonna have to take her out right now.
if she is disguised as you say, what is she?
He says, I dare not say, and we dare not push this further.
Push what further?
He says, she has released the child. I believe we should part ways.
What are you afraid of?
Yeah.
Maybe we should go back to the priest. Take her to the priest.
I want to know what he's afraid of.
Yeah.
And
He
then maybe take her back to the priest.
he does not wish to disclose in front of her.
Well,
Okay.
Mm.
I put my arm around Ismark and walk him away from the rest of the group. And I look at Kane and Syndra and I say, shall we lead her somewhere more private perhaps? And as I walk away with Ismark, I lean into him and I say, what is happening?
Ismark whispers to you, that is a night hag.
a what? A night hag?
Mhm.
Tell me more.
Night hag?
What is
I
that?
don't like this.
Me either.
He
Is this a
says,
minion of Strahd?
he says, no, but transformed, she most likely will kill all of us.
Does she transform at night?
You're not with her. Him.
Yeah.
Transforms, she will kill. Then why was she so easily intimidated? All I had to do was mention a threat.
He says she does not want to fight if not needed.
And why would you not rid this town of her?
He
Is it
just
not worth
literally
the
told
fight?
you.
Is it not worth the fight?
He says parents get to choose what to do with their children. It's not something we can control.
Ismark, you are not a very likable man.
Ismark turns to you and he says, my priority is to keep my sister safe.
A very selfish priority, my friend. What do you stand for? Just protecting your own?
Would you have me protect everyone with my capabilities?
What capabilities do you have?
He says, I can fight.
Can you? Then
Barely.
okay, do you guys hear this yelling yet?
Sounds like it.
Assume so, yes.
I shouted at him, prove you can fight.
Ismark says no.
Oh, you're such a pussy. Okay. I turned to Kane and said, this man is useless as well. What should we
You
do?
are making a lot of enemies.
It's because people are just such fucking dirtbags.
Seriously.
Hmm.
He says we should not fight her, but I feel that is only because he is afraid himself.
He is afraid.
Okay, yeah. Shall we heed his warning?
And does anyone know how to kill a night hag?
Have I ever heard of a night hag before?
Yeah.
Has Kane
You
ever
can
heard of a night hag?
roll. What is the check? Knowledge. Is it just knowledge?
I mean,
Could be
it
history or
would be religion or
religion. Yeah.
Let's go
yeah.
with their religion. Yeah, specifically. I think religion might be
Okay.
better.
Ooh.
Hold on.
I got a 4.
17.
Ooh.
I didn't roll that well. I have a plus 7.
You have
6.
heard of hags before. Hags usually live in covens. And hags have a lot of immunities and resistances to different types of things. And hags are very, very strong, supernaturally strong.
Fuck. Okay. So this thing's just gonna kill us if we attack it, basically.
I think Ramis is still a little hot-headed. And he kind of like goes confidently walking back up to the hag and says, "What are we afraid of here?"
She smiles at Ramis and she says, "You do not know the depths of what you should fear."
Why don't you tell us?
She says,
So polite.
"Yeah, please hold." You want $500?
$500.
Oh God. Bubble Boy references.
Yeah.
We got it. We got it.
Did you?
Did you?
Yes, I got it. I got it.
You get $500.
You only have to say $500. Everybody gets it. Right? Let's go. What would she say?
This one needs to fucking chill.
I'm gonna kill her.
I would be right with you, man, but I am incapacitated.
Yes, you are.
I'm
You're in,
He
Dog's
is
anger.
on
in
the floor.
euphoria.
He's on the floor.
Mhm.
She says, "Strahd's reign and armies go farther than you can anticipate." She says, "Be it now or be it later, you will meet your end." And she stares you down, specifically you.
I'm fine with that. I don't have pupils. She tries to stare me down. I kind of look over my shoulder at my party, kind of curiously, like, what are we doing here?
It sounds like if we fight, we die.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think around every corner, there's going to be something like her. We should probably pick our battles very closely.
We
So
can
Yeah.
always come back when we're stronger. And
Level
there
12
we go.
Zug eats the pie.
I have a feeling that if she is just much stronger than us right now, there's a good chance we probably will run into her again later.
Mhm. Can we steal all of her pies and let the child free?
She let the child go, right?
She did let the child
think
Did she?
go.
Okay.
At
Can we
the
just
pause.
can we ask her if there is an immediate like hangover cure for her pies?
Like an antidote.
Yeah.
She says, "There is but only joyous time spent a slumber."
Cool. Great. Okay. I think we should steal all of her pies and then leave her alone.
I think Ramis takes a deep breath to calm himself as he sees his party is not continuing hostility, and he walks to the boy, and he gets down on one knee and looks him in the face and says, "Are you okay?"
The boy looks back at you and he says, My parents, they let her take me.
No. They had no choice. She is more powerful than you know.
He's still crying. And he says, Do they not love me?
No, your parents love you very much. They love you so much. In fact, they cannot wait to see you again, but we might have to wait a few hours and spend time together.
He sniffles. He says, Who are you?
My name is Ramis the Golden. At that moment, I prestidigitate a golden flower in my hand and say, "What is your name?"
He smiles and like his eyes widen with glee. He says, My name is Lucian.
Lucian. Lucian what? Lucian of...
Lucian Jarov.
Lucian Jarov. I turned to Syndrome. Look at this man. What a proud boy.
Oh my God.
You must make your parents very happy, Lucian.
Apparently I don't.
Oh, Lucian. Lucian, my boy, you must not linger on these thoughts. You are playing into her hands. And I point the disgusting old lady.
And he like shrivels and cries and like goes behind your leg and like.
But with me, you are fine, Lucian.
He trusts you with his entire life.
Okay, cool. Exactly where I want him. Now I ask him to make a pie.
Do you put your top hat on his head?
What's that?
Do you put your top hat on his head?
Oh.
Lucian has a very special gift for a very wonderful boy. I do like with my top hat, just like plop it on his head and like sink it a little too far down.
It's way too big.
Yeah.
It just like falls
Over
over
his
his whole head. Like falls over onto his mouth.
Do you like it?
He like grabs the edges and props it up. And he's like, I love it.
It is yours, my boy. Okay, I look at the party and I say, shall we get going?
The old woman gives you one last glance and turns and starts to pedal herself away.
Before she goes, I'd like to use either sleight of hand or stealth and steal a pie.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can we ask her? Can you guys ask her name so we can track her down later?
That's probably a good idea.
Came distractor.
All right, roll sleight of hand.
Okay. All right.
Actually, first roll a stealth check and then roll a sleight of hand.
All right.
Gotta see if you can sneak up on her.
Does
and then
Kane
do it.
notice
Yeah.
what she's doing?
If you're watching, probably.
Woohoo!
Unless she just disappeared into the night without you noticing.
Because maybe Kane can
see how good her
slightly
stealth check is.
distract this hag.
For stealth, I got 24.
Damn.
Okay.
And
Leaf on the wind.
Nice.
21.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So you approach the cart and you are able to steal away one of the pies.
Okay.
Without her noticing.
I tuck it into my sack for safety.
Or for feeding to Zug later.
Maybe.
If
You
we
know,
need
if
to
it's on
continue
rolling,
to
We
put
can
it
pass
back.
the Zug.
Yeah.
You might have a way to do that now.
Just want to be prepared.
Okay, so Sindra is holding on to a dream pie or dream pastry. Doesn't really matter. It's a delicious baked good, as far as you know.
Mm.
Cool.
Okay. And you guys want to head back to the wagons?
We have Lucian with us.
You
And
can
Yeah.
return Lucian to
his-
his home.
Can we safely return Lucian even though his parents are stoned?
Do we want to return Lucian, or does he want to become a Vistani?
You mean
Do you ask that out loud for Lucian to hear?
No.
Or do you mean a spy of Strahd?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Hmm. Ramis, I think you should ask Lucian what he wants.
This boy is 7 years old.
Hey,
Still a person.
you gotta make some choices sometime, man.
This boy is 7 years old. He has no opinion on anything.
Is that your Remise impression? Because it was great. It was spot on.
Lucian, my friend, how would you like to come with us for a little while?
Lucian sticks his head out towards you and like does this. Me? You want me to come?
It is a question, Lucian. You decide.
Lucian slunks back a little bit and he says, I just want to go home.
Very good, Lucian. That seems like a wise choice. The road is a little bit bumpy sometimes.
You know what would not be a wise choice is taking a 7-year-old on an adventure with y'all.
That's what I said. My party was all like, okay, it's fine. Lucian, your parents will be a little bit sleepy for a while, but they will come to in a few hours. Why don't you be a good boy and return to them so that you are there safe when they wake up?
Lucian nods and he says, I've seen them like that before. They always come back.
And tell them if they ever buy another one of these pies, they will be visited. Oh, Sandra, were you muted?
No, I was just holding my heart, going, "Oh God, that's so sad." To myself.
Okay, I tell Lucian tell them Ramis the Golden said if he catches them eating these pies ever again, they will have a very stern talking to from a very strong group of adventurers. And you can use this hat as proof.
Lucian says, okay, I'll tell them.
Let's go.
Are you guys gonna drag my body?
Yeah. Well,
None of us is very strong for that.
I don't think any of you could drag the body.
Ismark.
But
Yeah.
considering where you are, you could probably have the caravan roll through this part of town and maybe.
I can push, drag, or lift 300 pounds. I'm sure with someone's help.
Oh, that's true.
I'll grab like an ankle.
We'll just tie. Yeah, we'll tie a rope around his ankles.
Yeah.
We'll put like a sack underneath him so that he doesn't
Just
get too
drag his
busted
head
up.
along the cobblestone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I look at Ismark and I say, you will help me pick up my friend.
Ismark nods and he says, of course.
I think I try to get one of Zug's arms over mine and over Ismark's, and we just try to drag him between us.
His feet are just dragging on the ground. Yeah, you guys are carrying a giant 300-pound half-orc through the town of Barovia. Well done.
That's
At least it's not a coffin.
That's true. That's true.
Through that.
Did we go slower or faster than we did?
Yeah.
Coffin?
Slower.
Damn it. We're going to be like 2 blocks down.
You guys
after
should
something happens.
really just go get the caravan.
Can I run forward and go get the caravan?
Yes.
Okay, I will do that.
I'm gonna present the option at the very least.
No, we're gonna still drag them in the direction. We're gonna meet them halfway,
meet them
or maybe
halfway.
a quarter of the way.
All right, Sindra can sort of sprint ahead and go and call for the wagon train. All right, so Sindra gets there in about 20 minutes or so, maybe less.
20? Damn. Okay.
And you are the 3 caravans are still parked outside of the town, 3 barrel top wagons. They're still parked outside the town. And the Vistani seem to be having a good time as per usual.
Okay.
Partying down.
Great. Okay, so I'm just there.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to approach the smallest, speediest wagon and be like, hey, my friend's
They're
a
all the
little
same size.
incapacitated.
They're all the same size.
Okay, well, I'll run to the closest one, the most approachable one, and be like, hey, my friend is incapacitated. You know, he had a little too much. We need a little help. Would you be able to come and get him? I'll give you something in return.
Yes, and Rashka appears from the caravan and says, "What did Zug do?"
Raka, my buddy. Hey, what's up? You know, it was just a little run-in we had. He's fine. He's just a little, you know, he's had a little too much wine, as he does. You know, Zug. You know that rascally scamp. You know, I would just so appreciate it if you guys would help me out here.
Yeah, so Raka jumps off the wagon and goes to the other wagon right behind him, and you see him hop inside for a second, pops out after about a minute, goes to the third wagon, pops inside, chats for about a minute, pops back out, walks back over to the first caravan, and he says, "All right, let's go." And he motions for you to hop on front with him and rides through the front gates of Barovia.
Okay, I will hop in.
All right, so the wagons are riding through the cobbles of Barovia, and you guys finally meet up with incapacitated Zug. And Rotka narrows his eyes, and when I say narrows his eyes, he squints. And he says, "You have made friends."
We certainly have, you know, through traveling through town, we've met a few interesting people, and we've decided to help one of them get some safe passage. She needs some help.
He says, "Maybe they are part of Madame Ava's prediction." And then he shrugs his shoulders and keeps moving forward.
Yeah. Can you tell me anything more about Madame Ava's prediction?
He says, "Oh, me? No, Madame Ava knows all."
Where is she? When can we talk to her?
He says, "No, her camp is just west of here. We will be there shortly if we continue to ride west."
Oh, good. Okay.
So you guys meet up, and you want to throw Zug onto a wagon?
Yes, I will throw him violently so that his head smacks against a wall. He gets just slightly dazed, just a little bit, so he feels it when he wakes up later.
Oh,
You're just upset you lost.
Okay, so Sindra throws Zug's upper body into the caravan, and Zug, roll a Constitution saving throw for later.
Be careful with our friend. What the hell?
My God. 10.
Shouldn't eat that damn pie.
You are going to have a really bad headache when you wake up.
Yes, but he is passed out. He is in the lovely place. Don't spoil it.
Okay, so you guys get in the caravan, and anyone, yeah.
Can I turn to Irina and Ismark and say, and I hope you do not mind, but we will be traveling with Vistanians.
They're just Vistani.
Vistanianzis. Vistanialanzos.
Ismark, sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Is Glear a word? Glears?
Glear?
Is that a word?
Glare?
Where?
No, I mean,
Is he gleefully glaring at me?
no. Ismark sort of narrows his eyes and he says,
I think you're looking for Lear.
yeah, that's the word.
Aw.
Lear? Is that the right word?
Lear
Sometimes
is
I
like
forget words, but I almost remember them, and I get close, but I don't get exactly right.
Lear is like a look of almost aggressive suspicion.
Yes,
Yeah.
he leers. That's the right word. I was thinking of like glare and leer, and it came out as glear. Yeah, so Ismark throws like a little bit of a suspicious look at it. He's like, they don't seem to mean us harm.
All right. I clap him on the back and say, but remember, you are a fighter. And I say that sarcastically.
Ismark like slumps over, like feeling very disappointed with himself.
right.
This is a man who's felt like his nickname is Ismark the Lesser.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't give a shit.
He has like lived in his father's shadow his whole life and has always felt like he's
Just a little bitch.
And he's like just another person to disappoint.
Let's keep him in his place. But I'm chaotic good. I'm not
Yep.
All right, so there's only room for one up front, so who's gonna hop into the back of the caravan?
I'll jump in the back.
Okay.
Keep an eye on my BFF.
Who's up front?
Radka is in the front.
I'll sit up there with Radka.
Okay. And as you jump in the back, you find Stanimir is still there. Stanimir greets you. Hello.
Before Ramis jumps up there, I'd be like, hey, by the way, Madam Ava is just west of here. I think that's where we're going next. Just wanted to give you a heads up.
Perfect. Everything is west.
And Radka, hearing this, says, most things are west of here. As if almost like you should know that.
This is our first time. He knows this.
Yeah, Radka's still kind of a dick to you.
I
He does not like
I turn
Radka.
to Syndra and say, he reminds me of a flatlander.
Radka sort of like rolls his eyes and keeps going. Okay. So you guys are traveling west. Do you want to chat with any of the Vistanis while you travel, or would you like to just silently ride to your destination?
I want to vomit.
You are not awake from that.
Having a bad trip, Zuck.
So about an hour passes.
Well, Ramis is not just gonna sit there. I'm gonna chat with Radka. I'm gonna like sing a song. Like I can't sit silently for that long.
I know.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can chat with Radka if you'd like to.
I asked him what sort of songs do the Vistani enjoy? I remember only vaguely the night we met.
He says, we like songs about horses.
Oh fuck.
Wow.
Ramis, do I still have some wine left?
There's definitely wine still in the
Oh, I
caravan.
crack a bottle of wine and say, teach me a song about horses, and I pass him the bottle.
He recites what he can remember about a song that is about a horse trader.
What's this?
That's
Tell
as far
me,
as
Dion.
that's as far
Yeah,
as
That in your back pocket for later.
that's as far as I'm going with it.
Okay, Ramis pulls out his lyre and tries to like help him sing to it, sing along. And that's how I'm passing the time. Interrupted.
Ooh, oh man. Okay.
Oh, that was the cutest part. Did you guys hear that?
Little baby yawn.
All my cats have ditched me.
Look at that one. That was
Assholes.
hanging out.
I know. They're such jerks. Cheddar, such a sweet baby.
Oh. Okay. Let's continue.
Delightful. Okay.
Anyone else want to chat or just kind of head forward?
I would like to eavesdrop until I hear something interesting.
Yeah, did we hear any interesting about this
Mm-hmm.
this camp we're going to?
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Nothing interesting.
Okay, at this
Like-
point, Ramis is bored with Radka and he like pops into the back of the wagon and says, Rutka just taught me this song. And he starts singing the horse song, the horse trader song.
The party is delighted with your horse trader song.
I'd be really into it.
I would sing more, but it escapes the player.
Damn.
All right, so after about an hour of traveling, you come across a river. The river flows as clear as a blue winter sky throughout the valley. It's a very beautiful river. And there's a stone bridge that spans across the river that you guys look like you are heading towards. And the caravans one by one travel over the stone bridge. And yeah, the river looks like it runs as far east and west as you can see. You guys continue to travel for about another hour, and you're traveling through the woods and on this old cobbled path. And after about another hour, you come back into contact with the river. On your right-hand side, as you pass, you see the river again through the woods. And then after about 30 more minutes, you guys come to a junction in the road. There are old wooden gallows creaking in the chill wind that's blowing down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope is dancing from the beam of the old gallows. The road that is super well worn and definitely sees a lot of horses traveling it is split here. So as you approach it, it splits into a right and left, or as far as you can tell, for those of you who are directionally not challenged, it's more like southwest and northwest. You see a signpost opposite of the gallows that is pointing off into 3 directions. It points to Barovia village to the east, which is where presumably you guys have come from. It points to the northwest, and the northwest says Tesser Pool. And to the southwest, it says Ravenloft/Valaki. The northwest fork that points to Tesser Pool slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork that points to Ravenloft/Valaki clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows that are hanging, there is a low wall crumbling in some places, and it partially encloses a small plot of graves shrouded in the mist.
Is the caravan going northwest?
It is going northwest towards Tesser Pool. Yes.
So
So
would be going southwest?
What? Oh, I mean, for Irina.
Supposed to be heading to the Tesser Pool, aren't we?
Tesser Pool is where you have heard Madame Ava is,
Yeah.
and where there is a Vistani encampment. And southwest points to Valaki/Ravenloft.
Wait, Valak, I thought Ravenloft was over by the village that we just left.
No, it was west as well. Everything was west. of the
Everything is
village.
basically west, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Still having a hard time mentally visualizing
Yeah.
where we are. We're like,
You are headed west, and there is a
Wait.
fork that goes northwest and a fork that goes slightly southwest.
okay.
So you're taking the northwest road. The caravans head down the northwest road, which slopes down into the woods. And yeah,
Ramesh is going to take a pull from his wine bottle and lean towards Rashka, because I think he's back up there again. He says, "You know, I met a night hag recently." And I just kind of look at him.
he says to Raka.
Yeah.
Raka looks at you like with like horror on his face.
Yes, and I survived.
Raka says, "You fought her and survived."
No, of course. But you know what she said before she perished? And I hand him the bottle.
He grabs the bottle from you and he drinks.
That many Vistani are spies. for this man Strahd.
Yeah. Raka nods his head. He says, I am aware of this. And Raka says, there are plenty of Vistani spies who still believe that Strahd is their liberator and savior. It's hard to know which Vistani are spies and which aren't.
We are going to Tesserpool. Are there spies there that we should be wary of?
Says not at our camp. There are not any spies. Besides, you will not need to stay long. Once you visit with Madame Ava, you can take your leave.
Raka, you will not travel with us forever.
Raka shakes his head. He says, the Vistani are travelers, but not adventurers.
Oh, Raka, 'tis a shame, my friend. All right, that's all.
So as you guys head down the northwest path, Kane is going to look out the back of the caravan, and you hear a creaking noise behind you coming from the gallows. And where there was nothing before, there now hangs a lifeless gray body. And a slight breeze turns the hanged figure slowly so that it can fix its dead eyes upon you. And Kane sees himself. And if the other characters hear the noise and look out, Sindra or Ramis, because Zug is incapacitated, you see an unfamiliar Barovian.
Hanging?
Mm-hmm. And the caravan keeps going. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah. So you guys travel down for about 1 more hour or so. Approximately.
How's Zug doing?
Sandra just missed all of that. Zug is still passed out.
Okay.
For now. So as you travel down the road gradually disappears and it is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through all of the trees. And deep ruts in the earth are evidence of the comings and goings of many wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. There is a clearing here next to the river that widens to form a small lake that is about several hundred feet across. So it's a pretty big little lake that the river kind of pools into, such known as Tesser Pool.
Oh.
There are 5 colorful round tents. Each tent is about 10 feet in diameter that are pitched outside of a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. And I do have a picture for you guys.
Picture.
Yep. I know, I have a picture for you. So
I love pictures.
In Discord, I'm slacking out this picture. I think you guys can see that okay.
Oh, it's teeny.
Oh, look
Where
at that
will we
cute
go?
little encampment.
Like I said, 5 colorful round tents, each about 10 feet in diameter, are surrounding the 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. And near this tent, there are 8 unbridled horses drinking from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures that are around the center bonfire. A footpath continues beyond the encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest's edge. So you guys want to get off the caravan? So the caravans, 3 caravans, are going to park in the center surrounding the bonfire. Yeah, you guys want to hang out, check some stuff out?
Do the Vistani we're traveling with like say anything? Like
They get out and they greet their fellow Vistanis. They say, "Hey, it's so good to see you!" Hey. And they grab some more wine.
okay. Remis will
And be like, oh my God, I fell asleep. Kane, do you want to fill me in on anything that happened while I was there just for a few minutes?
No.
Hey, great.
Holy shit.
Gotta remember, I'm chaotic neutral or something like that. So
Yeah, so am I. Can I do perception on his answer?
Well, Sindra didn't fall asleep. Sindra saw what everybody else saw, which was as you traveled northwest from the fork, you heard a creaking noise coming from the gallows, and as you turned and looked at the gallows that were empty when you approached, you see a lifeless gray body hanging from the gallows.
yeah. And then the body turned and Kane saw his own face. He got a
Well,
little
they don't know
spooked.
that. Only you're the only one who saw that.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
fine.
She McKenna would have heard that.
That's true.
Remis is going to jump into the fray of people greeting each other and singing and dancing, obviously.
Yeah. So everyone is very happy, singing, dancing. There's a frigging guy with a frigging cello.
There's a cellist.
Fuck
There's a
there's
cellist?
He's big
Cello
out.
is Kane's favorite instrument.
Yeah. And one of the Vistani notices Kane and basically walks up and says, you look like that wizard who came here.
This is my first time visiting here. But who was this wizard you say I resemble?
The Vistani peers at you and she says, a mighty wizard came to this land about 1 year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday, though. He stood exactly where you're standing. A very charismatic man he was. He thought that he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil's Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolts and bore them to the castle in mass. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground, and they were never seen again.
Way to go, Kane.
She continues, and she says, the wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the whole mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet by his magic, he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil's Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic could not save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the wizard's body to see if, he had anything of value. But the river Iblis had already spirited him away.
So you're saying there's a chance he lived?
She says, I saw him fly 1,000 feet to his death. I cannot imagine anyone surviving that sort of encounter.
I'll look in and just cock an eyebrow.
That's interesting that you say that, because I myself could have survived that fall.
She says, I do not know the powers that wizards like you possess, but if you could survive, maybe he could have as well, but I never found his body.
That would make sense. So you say this wizard fought Strahd,
Yes, and convinced many of the townsfolk to fight with him.
and they abandoned him.
No, some did, but many stood their ground. Roll a check to put 2 and 2 together. What is
You're
that?
gonna, what do you want? Int? Just a straight int check?
What would be like connecting the dots?
Investigation. or
Investigation is
just
good. Investigation. Let's do that.
Investigation?
Yeah, I like that one.
Am I
Okay.
hearing this? Can I do that too?
Yeah, for anyone listening to the story.
Ramesh is nowhere near this.
Kane and Sindra. Zoe's still passed out.
15.
Hold on. Investigation. Okay. A 22.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Damn, son.
15 is enough to beat the DC.
Nice.
You remember Donovich telling you that his son came back about a year ago.
Oh, the vampire kid.
Yeah.
Doru.
Wait. So we're thinking that he was part of that group.
Part of the resistance.
He fought at the battle.
And fought
Yeah.
Strahd and lost.
Well, yeah, and lost
Fought
more
the
than
Strahd
just
and
his life.
God won.
I fought the Strahd and the
Strahd
Strahd
God
won.
one.
That's so good.
This is what a bard does.
I want you to sing that song. Okay. And the Vistani looks at you and says, "Have you spoken with Madame Ava yet?"
We have not, though. We have heard much of this Madame Ava.
She urges you. She says, go now. And she
We-
points to the large tent near the river.
At this point, I think Ramesh comes excitedly jogging over and is
I fought the Strahd
Is-
and the Strahd won.
is our friend Zug feeling any better?
Assuming you guys have been hanging out at the encampment for like 30 minutes to 1 hour, Zug starts to come to. And Zug begins to wake up, and Zug feels massive pain in his head. Ah!
Zug also finds a penis drawn on his forehead. If he looks in the mirror.
And as soon as Zug gets over the initial annoyance and pain of his head hurting, he immediately asks the party, "What happened to the rest of that pie?"
Wow.
Zug, you are so articulate about pie.
That was
Where pie?
the best pie I've
Zug,
ever had.
tell me about your dreams, my friend. I'm curious where you went without us.
I was in a land of pies.
Zug is overwhelmed by the urge to have another pie.
No pie heroin for you, Zug.
Nope. Zug starts to feel violent feelings about not having another pie.
Yes.
I draw my weapon.
Oh, Jesus.
Fine. Can we
Who has the pie?
Zug, you fool. We left the town behind. We're in a completely different place. The hag is no longer.
Zug, roll a...
Fuck, Zug.
Zug, roll a Zug check.
I want him to roll a check for smelling something. Perception.
Oh, no.
That's perception, yeah.
Fuck. Sindra, get the fuck out of here.
Well,
It's just pretty fast.
12.
yeah.
Zug, you see Zug sniff the air. He starts to lean towards Sindra.
Wait. Ramesh is going to prestidigitate while he's sniffing the smell of a fart.
Yes.
right into Zug's nostrils.
And
Nice.
A scent of wine, like distract him for some other something that'll kind of get him tipsy and think about something else.
Brilliant.
And Zug smells the fart smell very, very vividly.
Zug, my friend, you are a bit gassy. Maybe no more pie for tonight. Ramis, and I hand him a bottle of wine that I'm sure Ramis has on himself.
I'm distraught that I couldn't smell the pie.
Zug will be quelled for now.
I'll drink my sorrow away.
But if Zug finds that pie, y'all are fucked.
Get rid of the fucking pie. We don't need it. Eat it.
Want to trade it or like give it to somebody or like trap somebody with it.
You
Give
want
it to
trade it for a
Radka.
child?
You're no better than the hag.
I want to
Cinder
trade
becomes
it
the
for
new
another child,
hag.
okay?
Now who's the hag?
Okay, so Zug starts to wake up. He's finally quelled a teeny bit from his headache and deep craving of pie. Yeah, you guys want to go and see Madame Ava, as everyone keeps telling you to do?
Nah.
Fuck her.
Yeah, let's just leave.
Fuck this!
Let's go storm Strahd's castle.
Fuck this important story landmark. Let's leave.
Rubies will grab onto Zug's arm and say, "We were just about to speak to, what was her name?
Madame Ava.
To
It's not that hard of a name.
I have so many notes of so many different names.
Radka is a hard name. Ava is not.
But Radka, I've had to yell so many times.
Okay.
I lead Zug along and say, "We were about to speak to the Madame."
Whoa.
Zug is still distraught and drowning his sorrows, but he will go wherever you lead him.
This will be much better than pie.
Nothing
And then
is
he-
better than pie.
And then Maurice leans in, "But tell me what you saw, Zug. How was it? You were out for so long."
As you pass through the encampment, the Vistani that are hanging out around the fire offer you flasks of wine.
I grab
Have
them.
some wine. Have more.
I grab all of them.
Drink up, Zug.
Okay. All right. So we will head towards the tent. Yes.
Yeah, that's where I'm leading Zug.
All right. So as you guys approach the tent, you see magic flames casting a reddish glow over the interior of the tent, revealing a low table covered in a black velvet cloth. There are glints of light that seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table, and there is a hunched figure peering into its depths. As the crone speaks, her voice crackles like dry weeds. She says, "At last, you have arrived."
God damn it, it's another hag.
Cackling laughter bursts like mad lightning from her withered lips.
Zug drops all of his wine, rushes, and just asks for more pie.
She looks at the party and she says, "Kane, Zug, Sindra, Ramis." And she says, "You have all been through much." She looks at Kane and she says, "You, with your alchemy." She looks at Zug. She says, "Ah, yes, a weathered warrior." She looks at Sindra and she squints her eyes and she notices that if your eyes meet her eyes, she says, "Something terrible has happened in your past." And she looks at Ramis and she says, "Something terrible has happened in yours as well." She says, "Would you like your fortunes to be read?"
Oh, shit.
Shit. Okay.
Fortunes? I don't like fortunes.
I
This
love
sounds
fortunes.
like trouble.
I think Ramis is going to be stunned by her showmanship, and he gives a slight bow and says, "Your powers are truly impressive.
Kane is going to be on the lookout because we already know that some of these MFers are spies, possibly even all of them. So
Mhm.
Kane's staying vigilant.
Ramiz
Zug-
is enthralled.
Zug walks up to the table and says he would like to play.
I play. Smacks his window. She nods her head at Zug, and she produces a worn deck of cards, and she seems a little bit crazy to you guys. Like she seems a little out of it, but also she also knows a lot.
Out of it in terms of like she's like
Like a
erratic.
little like.
Leaky?
Yeah, I guess erratic is the right word. I would say a little mad. She almost seems a little mad to you guys. Okay. And we are going to do a card reading.
Fun.
Yeah. So.
Get ready, man.
Okay. So she produces a deck and she splits it in two like this. And she places the cards.
You actually have a deck of cards?
Hell yeah.
Secret flashing it around.
I do have a deck of cards. I'm going to mix that because we saw what was on the bottom.
So fancy.
Okay. So she takes a deck of cards and she places them, and I'm placing them on my keyboard, and you can't really see this, but she places 5 cards down, face down, in a diamond shape. So she places 5 cards down in a diamond shape with 4 points and 1 in the center. And as she does this, which by the way, I'm going to write down what happens here so you guys can take notes, but I will also take notes and give them to you as well, because this is important for me. Okay. So she draws the first card that she places and she flips it over and she says, "This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better to understand your enemy."
Are you talking to one of us in particular or just all of us in general?
All of you in general, yes. And she continues and she says, the treasure you seek lies with the dead under mountains of gold coins. She then looks at the next card.
Are you typing this out, Ryan?
I just took some notes on that one.
Okay.
Treasure you seek lies with the dead under mountains of gold coins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't know that we were seeking treasure.
She says, so she alluded to this card telling of history, and that it will give you knowledge. And she says that this treasure lies under mountains of dead. Yes. She then flips the second card and she says, this card tells of a powerful force for good and protection. It is a holy symbol of great hope. And she says, this one, I see a faceless god. He awaits you at the end of a long and winding road deep in the mountains. And I will have perception checks from everybody.
Oh.
Investigation check
Oh.
from
Okay.
everyone.
Investigation?
Investigation.
17.
Okay, that's enough, and you guys will all hear it.
Okay.
0.
You're welcome.
Well,
Ramis,
that's good because I rolled 7.
well, so Ramis will know this. It's his choice to share with the party. But Ramis remembers the hag telling you about a long and winding road leading to Strahd's most protected secret.
I took notes on that.
Oh, that's
actually.
right. Some kind of mountain.
Okay. She then flips over the third card and she says, this card is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of pure sunlight. And she says,
That sounds fucking useful.
she says, find the mother, she who gave birth to evil.
Wow.
Okay. She then says, she flips over the fourth card and she says, this card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. And she says, your greatest ally will be a wizard.
It's Kane.
His mind is broken, but his spells are strong.
Okay, so a crazy wizard.
Mm-hmm.
It's the dude who fell off the cliff.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Okay.
And then she flips over the last card and she says, your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. And she follows that with,
Do we want to be led to him?
I love how Danny's actually pulling cards and telling fortune.
Oh yeah.
she
This
says,
we're doing it live. I'm witnessing this.
she says, what horror is this? I see a man made by a man, ageless and alone. It haunts the towers of the castle.
Oh boy.
And she relays all of this information to you.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Wait, do I? Okay, I got to read this, right?
You don't have to write this moment, but she says,
Oh, thank you.
this information will likely be of great use to you throughout your travels. Seek out the treasures and seek out he who will help you.
He who will.
He who will help you.
Whiskey.
Why am I saying what weird? And she says, can I assist you with anything further?
So I know this game. You cards.
Most powerful Madam Ava, we are strangers to this land. We wish to learn anything more you can tell us about why we were brought here by you.
She says, yes. She says, I know a great deal about this land.
She She sounds different all of a sudden.
Oh, you little wise crackers. I'll tell you about this land.
Let me tell you a thing or two about these here swamps.
Do you want me to tell you about the land?
Tell us about the lands.
Tell us about the lands. Lands.
Madam Ava says, fuck you all, get out of my tent.
Oh, she's so touchy.
Madam Ava. Okay.
Is that actually what she said?
Yeah. She heard you make fun of her.
No, Madam Ava. Fuck you. You brought us all this way just to tell us this bullshit and then tell us, fuck you.
Oh man, she's upset.
What is she?
Let me. God damn it. Okay,
Mason
wait.
is gonna start shit unless somebody else says something different.
Is Zug around? Zug's not around, right?
Zug is there.
He's
Doug is sitting.
not moved from his chair. Maybe? No?
Right here.
God, you're so low. Ugh. Okay. All right. I would try to pull her into the corner and be like, Madam Ava, I'm so sorry for my compatriots. It's been a long journey. They're very tired. They're very cranky. I'm so sorry. I'd love to have a word with you over here, out of ears reach from Zug. I would offer her the spooky pie and be like, is there anything else you can tell us? Look, this is just between you and me. Just between you and me. Nobody else has to know.
She looks at the pie and she says, you dare offer me this wretched, horrible construct. And she says, you are not to be trusted.
I would say, hey, I'm not offering it for you to ingest, but it may be worth a good trade down the line.
She shakes her head at you and she says, you do not know of the powers of which you are meddling. I'm here to help you and provide guidance. It is your choice to take it.
Does
or
Ramiz
not.
hear that at all?
No.
It's my choice to take her advice.
To take her help or to not.
Okay. I would say, like, I'm so sorry I offended you. I do want your advice. I'm sorry for my group's insult. I'm sorry for my insult. I tucked the pie back into my bag. I was only trying to, ideally help you in the long run.
She says, not many would the dark powers of Ravenloft consider a worthy replacement for Strahd. I am such one individual.
What?
And she says, I do not wish to replace Strahd, and I gravely doubt that another individual exists that could do this part. The only choice is to all but destroy him.
Okay.
Wait a second. Did I hear that right? So you basically said that she is in line to replace him, and the only way to escape that is to kill him. So she doesn't want to, she wants him to be destroyed so that she doesn't have to take on the crown?
She basically just told Sindra that there is almost no one that exists that the dark powers would consider a worthy replacement of Strahd. And she is one of the people. And she knows this about herself.
Okay.
And she says she does not want to replace him, meaning that he must be all but destroyed.
Okay. My eyes would go wide and I'd be like, I'm so sorry for insulting you earlier by offering you the pie. That's not what I meant. I just wanted to make an ally. I hope that we can be allies in all of this. We are also seeking to destroy Strahd. We're trying to help our ward. I hope you can help us in that.
She looks at the party and back at you, and she says, "You are but the means to an end."
Is there any advice that you can give us to help us out with our war against Strahd?
She says, "I have told you what I know about your fate.
That's it?
Mhm.
Shit, okay.
You are not on her friendly side anymore."
Not even me?
No.
We were making fun of her in the meta.
Right.
Listen, if you're gonna make fun of Madame Ava, she's not gonna like it.
I did not.
You didn't make fun of her.
I only offered her a drug pie. And I thought she would enjoy, okay?
She did not want your drug pie.
My
She
offer
knows
was
exactly what the fuck that is.
my offer was from love, okay? All right.
Madame Ava has seen some fucking shit.
Evidently, so have I. So have I.
She has seen it for longer.
Mm,
This bitch is old.
and Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Zug will leave the tent now.
She nods at you as you leave.
all right. Okay, I guess I'll follow Zug. Keep an eye on him. Make sure he's all right.
Yeah, this woman is hostile to us now.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Won't they ring me?
No.
Good.
Just call phone. Yeah. So you guys can check out the other tents or wagons, hang out with the Vistani. What do you guys want to do next?
I kind of want to just get back on the road and head towards that
We should
other town.
we have a fairly good idea that most of these bitches are potentially spies.
Do we?
When we walk out, I'm going to talk to Syndra real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Syndra,
Okay.
we know that some of these folks are spies. Perhaps a search of these wagons and tents might be in order to see what we can learn.
I think that might be a good idea, but it's also dangerous.
Indeed, it is.
And
I do, however, have some potentially helpful spells which can assist you.
So do I.
Okay, you guys want to search some of the tents or any wagons?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, so where do you want to start searching? So you just leave the big tent.
Yeah, we're leaving that tent. We basically, I don't know, I'm looking at this map. There's like a bunch of tents and wagons, right?
Yeah, there's 5 tents here, and there are now 7 wagons with the addition of the 3 that you came in on.
Yeah. Let's fucking check those out.
Yeah. All right, so you visit the tent that is directly south of where you are, or directly underneath Madame Ava's tent. And you search the wagon to find... Wow. Wow.
Why are you surprised?
Because I rolled a 20
Oh.
for what you find.
Oh.
Ooh.
Which means you actually find a magical item.
Nailed it.
Okay.
A magical item.
But I don't have the Dungeon Master's Guide, so I can't see the magical item table.
We'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out later.
I have that at home.
Oh, are these all the magic items?
Can I look at your screen?
Yes, you can look here. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the table at your place later.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know what you guys find. But you do find some magic item. Will someone take a note of it? Whoever has found the magic item.
Yeah, I've got a pile of loot listed that we still have to deal with. And I'll put quote unquote magic item on there.
Yes, and I will fill in the blank later for what
Okay.
it is. Wow, good roll. Okay, that's all you find in that tent. You just find a magic item.
So what are Zug and Remy, like Kane and Syndra are searching tents?
Yep.
And Zug and Remis are
Thug is like standing guard, making sure no one comes too close. He'll give a hoot.
There you
oh.
go. There we
In
go.
that case, I think Remis is trying to
You should
Entertain.
distract
Distract
them.
and
Yeah.
entertain everyone with the fire.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Go put
so
on
Remy,
a show.
Roll a performance check to see how captivated all the Vistani are by your performance.
Okay.
Hermes, you got this. You got this. Hermes.
Only a 13.
They are listening, but they're more consumed with their alcohol than with your performance.
Great.
Okay,
It's a
so you guys
win-win.
can search the other tents.
Okay.
And you're gonna, for each tent that you search, you'll find something. So for the second tent, oh my God,
Do you roll another 20?
look at that.
Yeah, it's a 20.
I just
Nice!
rolled another 20.
Two magic items.
Holy shit.
A 1 a magic item, a 2 a magic item.
Okay.
Magic item.
Oh,
magic
Hop, you beat
item.
me to it.
Okay. That's an out of 20.
Oh.
You guys find in the third tent that
You
you
find a
search-
torch,
A bag of dirt.
a bag of guano.
You find nothing.
Oh.
I mean, technically nothing is something, right?
Oh my God.
What are you doing, babe?
What?
Did you microwave your die?
I hope she doesn't do this to us in fights with
I know, right?
enemies.
This is a good
Really?
time.
This is the only time where it's good for you guys that I'm rolling
Why
20.
do you say
I
that?
just rolled a third 20. I'm
We're
not
fucking
kidding.
looting these bitches.
Like, he's watching this. This is not a
She
lie.
rolled a 20. She rolled a 20.
You're not gonna come out of this loaded to the nines.
Fuck girl.
God.
Loaded to the
Okay.
20s.
We gotta watch this. Okay, it's not a 20.
It's an 11.
Okay, in the fourth this is the fifth tent that you search. You find a sack of money.
Cool.
A sack of money.
Mhm.
Money can be exchanged for
You
goods.
find 100 EP, and these are coins stamped with a handsome looking man.
Strahd. It's definitely
Ah,
Strahd.
geez. Strahd bucks.
You found 100 Strahd bucks. All right, and we'll roll for the wagons as well. So for wagon,
We're just looting these motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's what happens.
What happens when Madame Ava says "fuck you"?
Exactly.
you literally look at in all 7 wagons and you find absolutely nothing.
Cool.
No wine.
Doesn't
I rolled
matter.
7 times and I rolled less than 10 7 times in a row. So your luck ran out.
Well, I feel like we got off pretty lucky
Yeah,
overall.
I'm happy with 3 magic
Three-
items
Yeah,
Wow.
that's insane.
Crazy.
and a stack of Strahd bucks.
Dropbox. You don't find anything incriminating.
Nothing incriminating, huh?
Okay.
Nothing except for 100 Strahd bucks.
They're paid off by Strahd himself.
Did-
Seriously.
Odd bucks, yes.
Find any Zug nickels?
Zug dimes.
Is that
No Zug dimes.
is that Zug vomit? Is that what Zug dimes?
It's just little chunks.
Chunks
These
of
are
Zug
just
vomit.
solid discs of solidified vomit.
Oh.
So as you guys are hanging out and kind of searching through things, Ratka approaches the party, and Ratka says, "We will be staying here. Feel free to stay and drink for as long as you like, but we will not accompany you on your next part of your journey."
Of course you won't.
They
Can't
just brought us
imagine.
here to like tell us our fortune and fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brought us here to a camp of spies, told us our fortune, and then told us to fuck off.
Can we just kill them all? Let's kill all of them.
Yeah.
Zug, are you feeling it?
Zug's ready to kill them all at the
Zug is ready for a fight.
drop of a hat.
Ace.
Are we gonna murder hobo them?
We wait until they sleep.
Why is your kitty crying?
Because he's hungry.
Uh,
How there's quite a few of them here, aren't there?
There are. There were about 12 before you arrived, and now with the addition of everybody in the wagon, there's like 9 more. So it's like 20-ish.
That's a lot. I don't know if we can survive 20 dudes.
No.
Are you really gonna murder a bunch of people who like gave you safe travel and like
no,
tons of wine?
they brought us into this
They-
cursed place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
safe
clearly
travel into this cursed land.
Yeah.
You have no idea that it's cursed. Besides the
That we can't get out without dying.
feeling that way.
Oh,
You
it's-
feel that way. You have no confirmation. He's
King's-
gonna murder
King saw
20
himself
people
dead.
based
Syndra
off of
saw
a feeling?
herself dead.
Jesus
Yeah, these
Christ.
guys come and go as they
Fuck off.
You
please.
guys are gonna have a really hard time in this campaign based off of these interactions.
Let's challenge.
These
the
are
DM.
like the nicest people to
Let's
you.
challenge the DM and kill everyone.
I'm really gonna recommend that you don't murder all the Vistani in this camp.
I don't think we could. So I think that the decision has been made for us.
I mean, you could try,
I don't think we could
but
succeed.
you probably will all die.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like the only other lead we have is Irina, so I guess that's what we do next.
Well, no, we
But
also
wait,
have a mountain of bones that we need to search, right? And
Yeah.
You
then
guys have like 6 leads.
No, but we don't know where any of
and
that
then
is.
did you say a sword made
west.
out of the sun itself? I don't know how
A
that
sword
works.
of pure sunlight.
Okay.
Yeah, we like she told us that these things exist, but didn't really. She wasn't too specific. She was more poetic.
Yeah, she sounds like a real darling.
All right.
Well, okay. I think we at least have a couple leads. We got this Valaki area to go to bring Irina to, and then we also have some information about a mountain path, and we have some information about a super sun sword.
Yeah. And as you guys are debating / finishing up searching some of the tents, Ismark approaches and beckons and he says, how long do we wish to stay here?
Is it like nighttime?
Well, you guys left at like dawn-ish. You actually left really early from Barovia. So by the time that you make it here, it's probably been about 6 to 7 hours with all your chatting and whatnot. So it's probably noon-ish
Earlier.
to like 1-ish.
These,
Not very late.
these Vistani just partied all day.
All day. That's all they do. Ismark says,
Maybe
Valaki is a few days ride from here. So a
Ride.
few days walk from
Yes.
here.
Ismark, do you have horses?
Ride.
We should try to secure some rides from the Vistani, right?
Yeah, some horses.
Yeah, or a carriage or something.
That would probably be better, yeah. Or we can steal one.
That's true too. Yeah.
You
Maybe
think
we
they
don't
would?
go from the people who just helped us a bunch.
I mean, we did steal 3 magic items in a sack of Strahd bucks. We should go try to pay for a horse with Strahd bucks.
Okay, so I turn to the party and I say, we should, before we leave, we should find Stanimir and ask for steeds or a wagon or something to make our travels faster.
Yes, and perhaps we may find a map of this land here as well.
Okay.
You guys want to talk to Stanimir?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So after peering around, you find Stanimir hanging out in the encampment. And as you approach Stanimir, it says, "How have you found your stay so far?"
Oh, Madame Eva is magnificent. She is
It's
the
been
most
magical.
friendly of all of the Vistani.
Such a good stay.
We are enamored, Stanimir.
Stanimir says, "Well, yes, she does have her ways.
Indeed.
She knows all that the rest of us cannot possibly perceive."
Stanimir, she recommended that we travel from here. And based on her recommendation, we wanted to secure as fast and safe a method of travel as possible. Could you spare us horses or a carriage? As it is the will of the madame.
Stanimir says, "I'm sure we could part ways with a carriage for a price."
How much?
Whole carriage?
He'll
we
let you
need
take a
that?
caravan if you pay well enough.
don't have
Stanimir, are
very
we
much
not
money.
the saviors foreseen in the vision?
Stanimir laughs. And Stanimir says, "We have seen many adventurers in our time. You are not the first, and we hope you will be the last. But until the deed is done."
Well, Stanimir, why don't we take it on credit? And if we are wrong, we will pay you in death.
Stanimir says, "I appreciate your finesse, and I would be happy to give you a deal that is appropriate and fair for all."
Okay, what does he want?
Stanimir says, we would be willing to part with a carriage with 2 horses to pull it for 500 gold.
500 gold. I believe we currently possess a total of 16 gold, according
You guys
to.
got a lot of
Loot.
items that were worth a lot of money from.
Yeah, but we haven't sold anything yet, so we actually don't have any money. We just have a bunch of stuff.
But maybe if you showed him some of this stuff, he would barter with you. Maybe he would trade.
Is Zug around?
Would he like a mess kit?
I'd be like, "Hey Zug, oh my god, look at that shiny thing over there in that corner way over there. Look at that. Check it out. Check it out. Look over there real quick." And then I'd pull out the pie and be like, "Check this out.
Like
Pie.
roll perception.
That's a heroin pie. This is priceless.
You
That's
pie peddler.
Um,
worth a lot of gold. Zug, keep looking over there. Keep looking
Zug, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Who, me?
Yep.
Ten.
Zug smells the pie,
Son of a bitch.
and he goes ravenous.
God
Zug flies into a rage and just yells, "Pie!"
Doug literally does not control his own body anymore and leaps at Syndra and the pie.
I'm gonna cast sleep on Zug.
Yes. Yes.
Oh no.
This is great. Like every time I wake up, I'm gonna be in a new place.
Doug's not even in this adventure. He's just mirrored. All right. What does your sleep spell do?
I
And
have to
does he get
roll a bunch
saving
of
throw?
dice. Hold on.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna. How much health do you have, Josh?
30.
30. Okay, then I'm just gonna cast a max rank sleep spell. Hold on a second. All right. Need a bunch of dice. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And D8.
Where's the spells area?
All right. 39. That's more HP than Josh has, right?
Tab.
Yep.
Wait, which character are you?
I'm looking at Zug.
Oh, he doesn't have any
Yeah.
spells.
Sorry, say that again.
I got 39 on my roll, and Josh has less health than 39, so that means he should fall asleep. Yeah.
Does he get to saving throw or is he just gone?
No, there is no saving throw on this spell.
Wow. Where's sleep in your list?
It should, if you go all the way down to second level,
Misty Step suggestion.
it should say Magic Missile, Misty Step, Sleep Suggestion.
I don't see sleep.
I see it.
Why don't I see it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But he has it.
That's really weird, right?
It's the same spell I had equipped in town. Remember, I tried to put. Did I cast it on? Oh, I didn't cast it, but I was. Oh yeah, I did cast. I cast sleep on the guy in the tavern. We just
Oh, I
didn't roll
see it
for it.
now. For some
Yeah.
reason, I see it now.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, so I rolled basically a pile of dice, and it has to be up to their current hit points. It could be cast on a group, but I just cast it on him because obviously I don't
Okay,
have.
so you cast it on Zug, and Zug is literally mid leap, so he just like falls to the ground as it hits his head.
He hits his head again.
He does.
I have a pretty thick head.
Dives face first into the floor. You gotta get rid of that fucking pie.
I don't think it's as valuable as you think.
It's like a pie that he dug his hand into, isn't it?
No, she stole a different one. She stole a different one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so Zug's
I don't
all
know. I
down.
like that you have it. We gotta like find a way
Yeah.
to seal it though.
No.
We need a bag of holding. Then it goes into another dimension. You
Stanimir
can't smell
looks
it anymore.
at the pie and just shakes his head and he says, "I want nothing to do with that."
Okay, Ramis pulls out his silvered short sword and draws it with a grand gesture, flips it on its tip, like does a bunch of spinny tricks with it, and like as he's doing that, casts light on it and says, "Stanimir, perhaps this shall do," and he balances it on one finger if he can.
Wow.
And
You're gonna
he
give
says-
away your
Roll
silver
an
sword?
acrobatics check.
Okay, here we go. Oh, 6.
It falls right off your finger.
Oh,
no.
Ramis
Oh.
picks it up as I have not yet attuned myself to this sword yet, as you can see.
Yeah.
But this is a magic blade we found in the depths of the caverns of ghosts in, was it Barovia? In Barovia, where we slayed many a banshee.
And Stanimir looks at it and he says, "May I?" Yes, if he can.
It's still glowing this eerie blue light, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'm like careful. I'm like, oh, like, do it.
There's goblins nearby.
He holds it and he looks at it and he inspects it. And he says, "This is most impressive, Oramis." And he says, "I will pay about 200 gold for this."
Mm. You should have threatened him with the sword.
It is not quite the 500 that I'm
Fucking
looking
A.
for.
Does anybody want to actually trade for this, or are we just gonna foot it?
We should just go on foot.
Yeah.
I snatch it back from him and say, "Fool, you do not recognize its power." Shink.
Stanimir. Stanimir is like very like he's over Ramis's like performance. He's like, okay, this guy. Stanimir says, perhaps not, but a horse. Now that is very valuable.
I wonder, should I Jedi mind trick this guy into believing that this is the best for the Vistani camp?
What about a song about a horse?
A horse trader, perhaps.
I don't know. We can fucking walk. It'll lead to more adventure.
You guys can try to haggle with him further or give him what he wants, or you can forego.
I don't think we have what he wants.
You do.
I don't want to give up what we have.
You guys took a necklace from the house from that.
We have 3 moss agates, a black leather eye patch with a carnelian.
Did you guys didn't write this down?
Bristles. I wrote everything down.
Did you? Okay, so do you remember the room where he found the gross moldy tiger rug and put it over his shoulder? There was a silver box in that room, like that Kane found.
Yeah,
and you opened it and there was a necklace inside.
Yeah, I put the necklace on.
That necklace is worth like 700 gold.
Yeah, I'm wearing it right now.
$700 gold ladies necklace.
And actually, if you're wearing it, Stanimir probably notices and he says, that might be worth the cost.
I believe this is worth much more than your horse and carriage.
And he says, oh, we can make a trade.
What else do you have of value?
He points to stocks of wine.
Any magical items?
1 second. I need to run to my tent.
Stanimir says, perhaps it is best that the horses stay with those who know how to tend to them.
Perhaps
oh, and he's like gonna fucking insult us too?
Yeah. Damn.
Just need to snap my fingers and Syndra vanishes. Goes behind him. Backstab.
Let's kill Stanimir.
I've already used a spell slot. We need to maybe just have a rest and leave.
Sure. Fuck it.
Leave it at dawn when it's safer. We don't want to be out at night in this place, I feel like.
Well, it's going to take a couple days.
Or any longer
to
than
get
we
where
need
we're
to be.
going.
Yeah, should we just get as far as we can and then rest? Or do you want to rest with people?
I don't mind trekking it now.
Would we want to trade them for a caravan and leave on our own, or safety in numbers? If we can get people to leave with us.
Oh, you want to recruit some Vistani?
I don't know, maybe.
They're not adventurous.
We have Ismark and Irina with us, right?
Yes. Like it's.
I'm worried about her more than anything.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we're gonna be.
Honestly, I don't think we should try to recruit any of these guys because we don't know which ones are spies.
Yeah.
Potentially, like that's not a grab bag I'm willing to stick my hand into.
Nothing but guano.
I mean, we're gonna
This
have to
bag is full of shit.
we're gonna have to travel at night anyways, though.
Yeah.
Like even if we stay here right now.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we don't have a choice.
Okay. All right. Then maybe we tread our way into a wagon and continue on.
He just said that he wasn't going to sell us anything. He said perhaps it's best that these horses stay in the
Sindra
possession
just
of
starts
those who
walking
know
away
how to
with
take care of
the
them.
Give us a wagon. Never mind.
wagon.
Stanimir appears to have become less friendly to the trade, but will still trade for the necklace.
Stammer can fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These people drag us into this hellhole and then they want all of our fucking gold.
One
Yeah, fuck this
necklace.
guy.
Oh,
I don't like any of these bitches.
No.
We're gonna
Okay.
remember them.
Let's come
like,
back and massacre them when we're all
So their actions. It said everyone disliked that, and now it said Kane will remember that.
He has a long memory.
This is a telltale
He's an
horror
elephant.
game.
All right, let's.
We shall be on our way then.
Stanimir nods and he says, "Good luck in your travels. We will be here should you require anything further."
And we will remember that our actions may benefit you one day. And we hope you remember how you treated us. Deuces. So Ramis goes and finds Irina and Ismark. Are they chilling? Are they just sitting by the fire?
They're hanging out by the fire. Ismark had just come up to you and approached and asked, "Hey, are we heading out soon?"
Yeah, but I like face palmed them and I walked away.
Shut the fuck up,
Not
Ismark.
Not yet. Okay, so Ismark, we are setting out on foot.
Ismark nods and he says, "I figured we would."
Well, you are correct. Way to go. Come.
God.
Should I be nice to him? What do you want? What do you want me to do?
You're just awful to everyone.
They're all sarcastic assholes.
Everyone's like
sarcastic.
Oh,
Ismark is literally like, "I figured we'd go by foot," and you're like, "Way to go!" Jesus Christ! Oh my God. Okay.
okay. I say something else to put him. I say something else to put him down further. Then, while I have advantage. Your father is dead. Let's go.
Ismark is gonna light you on fire in the middle of the night.
He can try. He can try.
Do the other characters have any reaction to this piece of shit?
I don't know. I kind of think these Visani are pieces
I
of
want to be
shit.
mad about this. Besides me. Okay. All right.
For me, silly goose, I'd smack him across the face a little too hard, but I would still joke. It's so funny.
Okay, so Ismark and Irina are following, and Irina says, "We'll have to be careful if we set out now. We will have to make camp during the night, and not all of us can sleep at the same time."
All right, we can sleep in shifts.
I'll take first shift.
I have a solution to that. We need not any shifts.
You have build mage house?
No, but I have alarm, which I can cast as a ritual.
All right, there we go.
Nice.
She nods to you and she says, "Thank you for accompanying me."
Of course.
Dane.
Okay. And you guys are gearing up to set out of the Vistani encampment on foot with your stolen goods, your 3 magical items. And that will take us to next time on Dungeons and Danny. Oh!